we're here with the next mayor of New York City, Zohran.
Let's
go. 93% on Kalshi right now.
Yes.
Chances of victory. 93%.
Yep.
So, barring this doesn't go horribly, I think you're good.
This is how we bring the numbers down.
We got to get some parity here. We got to get Cuomo a
I want
chance.
people to understand this election's not over, so I'm going to tank this interview. If it's not an 85 by the end of this interview,
We're going to work on it.
not as
Dude, you've done, like, I want to give you, like, a few compliments here. But they're also, like, very validating because I think, you know, every week I'm talking to Charlemagne and we're talking with the boys here on the pods, and it's like, we keep on saying, hey, Democrats, can you please just run for something and not against somebody?
Yep.
And it is a very simple solution, but I think people at their core want to feel like their issues are addressed, you know, and their concerns are met. Not simply that guy bad.
Yeah.
And then you guys have done it masterfully. Obviously, you're a great talent and your team is phenomenal. Zara, I know you're listening. You're great. You're great. You're great. Give us a little more time. You're great. You're great. But it was like, it was really validating to see that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow, if you talk about the issues people care about and say that you're going to do something about it, they will support you. What a fucking crazy idea.
You know, it's also crazy. The things that I would say you inspire, change and hope. The last great Democrat, those were kind of his mantras, or however you'd say it. Change and hope, and that's what you inspire.
Was that Hillary Clinton?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that's been lost a little bit.
I mean, I appreciate you guys. I think it's just, there's been a lot of lecturing and not much listening. And, you know, we saw a swing towards Trump here in New York City in the last general election.
Whose responsibility was that? Who the hell made that? What the fuck are we even talking about?
Dude, those guys.
Yeah.
I can't believe they did this.
Bunch of frat boys, dude.
But you know, it was. There are a lot of caricatures of who Trump voters are, and in New York City, we saw the swing was actually in the heart of immigrant New York. And I went to Hillside Avenue in Queens. I went to Fordham Road in the Bronx, and I asked New Yorkers, "Who did you vote for and why?" And I met the vast majority of them were Trump voters. And I asked them why, and it just came back to cost of living, cost of living, cost of living. And if I had spent that time lecturing them as to why they were wrong, as opposed to listening to them as to how we could get right,
Yes.
then we would run a very different campaign.
And this is one thing I said I wanted to talk about. I feel like establishment Democrats don't understand a pretty simple thing. We want to vote for someone who might make things better. Even if the risk is it will make things worse. A lot of people voted for Trump because he might make things better. And the other person is saying, I wouldn't change anything. Things are not good. In New York, things are not good right now.
It's the most expensive city in
to me,
America.
is just saying it's the same, and you're saying it could get better.
It's a privilege to maintain the status quo. You know what I mean? Like, if it, like, weird privilege, like, it's very nice to know that we're going to be okay. Listen, listen. Delete this.
I just hit the join DSA link. No, it's, we can't afford more of the same.
So here's the thing. Like, it's so funny because I saw it was like Tucker Carlson and Charlie Kirk. And they were talking about you. I don't know if you remember this.
I didn't see this.
But they were speaking, and it was almost like the shoehorn theory. Have you ever seen that, like, politically, what happened?
Horseshoe.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Horseshoe, yeah. So it's like, and I think that they were basically saying that you were meeting the moment in terms of what people are concerned with, right? And it's obviously a cost of living, and it's like, I think it's so specific. I think it's like, it's rent, and I think everything is derivative of rent.
Yeah.
And
it's the number one issue in the city.
The number, bro. I started looking up numbers because, like, I think a 2-bedroom 6 years ago was the average 2-bedroom compared to right now. I think has gone up 90%.
I mean, it's untenable, right? Like, and I think this is the thing that
90%, almost doubled in 6 years.
That's great.
How are people supposed to keep up with this? And I think what's so kind of to what you guys were saying, if the politics on offer is right now is as good as it's ever going to get, that's not good enough for the vast majority of people.
And I think it speaks to how out of touch a lot of them are.
Yeah, and I think it's just, I spoke to a nurse who, after she finishes her shift, she drives for an hour and a half, leaving the state of New York to get to where she can afford a place.
Wow.
That's what you're putting working people through. People are living in Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Jersey City, commuting it.
Dude, white people have to live in the outer boroughs. We need to fix this. What the hell's going on here?
This is what happens when you call him a socialist. You got to overdo it.
It's just like, I'm going after Astoria. I'm going after Eastside Bay.
Come on. The Greeks are not white. No, but continue, please. Yeah. it is absurd that in order to afford her life, and there are obviously certain like circumstances that have created this situation. What I want to talk about more is because I looked at your plan to go fix it, and I would really like this to be able to happen. A lot of people are making this like impending war about you and Trump. I think it's going to be you and Albany, bro. Can you speak a little bit more on that? Like what you need Albany to essentially allow you to do?
Yeah.
There are restrictions in government. Like there are systems in place that don't allow you to do what you want, even if you think it's in the best interest of people, and even if that's what the people want. So how are you going to convince Hochul? How are you going to convince these people to allow you to enact these policies?
So New York City continues to be a creature of the state. New York City, if you have an ambition for the city that matches the scale of the crisis, you have to have an Albany agenda.
Yep.
So when de Blasio wanted to deliver universal pre-K, he knew he would have to go to Albany to get that money. He actually overcame the objections of then Governor Andrew Cuomo to get that money to make this a reality. Now it is one of the best examples of government actually meeting the needs of working people. And so when we talk about raising revenue, raising taxes on the top 1% by 2%, the top corporate tax to match that of New Jersey, that's something we will do in Albany. And that's partially why the endorsements of Governor
Hochul.
Governor
You almost
Cuomo.
said it.
Yeah.
You almost said it.
I'll never be taking that one.
You almost said it.
Governor
He's
Hochul.
posting that on Instagram immediately.
He's taking that. You see the trauma is coming back. having to deal with that man so much. Governor Hochul, Assembly Speaker Carl Haystree, Majority Leader of the State Senate Andrea Stewart-Cousins. These are endorsements not just of me, but of the agenda. Because in Albany, it's often spoken about as 3 men in a room. Now it's 2 women and a man who are in that room. And to have the endorsements of all of them, it's huge, and it paves the way.
I also think
for,
it's
for this agenda.
Like your political momentum,
Oh,
right?
Thank you.
No. And I mean that. I don't even mean it as a compliment. I mean,
damn,
like,
well, I take that back.
it's like a guy once told me, America doesn't have allies; it has interests. And I think that politicians are often that way. Now, I can't speak about you, but like Hochul needs re-election, and she's gonna. It's next year, right? I imagine she is thinking, okay, if I raise taxes like you would want, I might lose some of my constituents. But she's also probably thinking, if this guy is such a tsunami and if I rebuke him, I could also lose people. So is your strategy to have so much support in a Trump-esque version? Like he's the only other example I can see that has like found a way to completely transform his party. Is your strategy get so much support that Hochul's political future is dependent on her connectivity to you?
My strategy is to build the political will such that Governor Hochul has a partner in delivering universal child care.
He's a good man. He's a
Politician.
politician.
Because
He's a politician.
look. Governor Hochul has spoken.
Bend the knee.
Governor
You said
Hochul,
bend the knee.
Governor Hochul has said she wants to deliver universal child care. What she's had in the mayor we have right now is someone more focused on getting out of jail than actually funding these kinds of
Or
programs.
partying, we're going to bring 11 to New York. That is a fire idea. You shouldn't even know what that
I
is.
didn't know what it was until you posted the clip, and I was like,
And now you're like, let him run against
That's all we need to know.
You can still bring it though.
that's still on the table, bro.